They've already put in all of this work, this time, this effort. Y'all try to get this man who's already been through his hell, his fire. And then once he's up, you think this man just finna give it all to you? That's crazy. That's a false reality. And that's the world that we're living in. That's what we're being taught. We're taught to get the rich man. We're taught to make sure we get the man with the money. But nobody explains what comes with the man with the money.
Every woman wants a high value man. Every woman wants a man whose life is structured. But nobody's telling the majority of women what it takes to reside in the kingdom of such a man. Before we get into that, brothers, man, we have to talk about something very important. The season is upon us. The spring, the summer, these hot, warm months are upon us. Why is this important, soul? Because, brothers, we can no longer hang behind the shade of hoodies. We cannot put all these masks and coverings on our face, man, and hide from, the beams of the sunlight, man. So it's time that we start taking extreme care of our skin. You know what I'm doing in the morning when I wake up? I'm AM moisturizing. Before I go to bed, I'm PM moisturizing. Because I'm sitting there saying, I want to live to be 100 years. If I want to live to be 100 years old, man, I have to make sure this skin is withstanding the test of time, brothers. So we have to start taking care of our bodies. We have to start taking care of our skin. The season is upon us. And that's why I'm glad to partner and have Tiege Hanley sponsor today's video, brothers. Believe me, man, Tiege Hanley is the truth. You've heard me talk about them before, and you're going to be hearing me talk about them for a long time because I know the positive impact they've had on my life. Seriously, I don't think some of you brothers believe me when I tell you how much implementing a quality skincare routine will improve confidence in all areas of your life. Tiege Hanley makes taking care of your skincare uncomplicated. They provide you with all the products that you need and nothing you don't. I recommend you start with their level 1 system, which comes with all the basics: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20, and a PM moisturizer. Oh, and to make it simple for guys like us, they provide this instruction card in every box that tells you how and when to use each product. It definitely comes in clutch. Skincare wasn't something I always took seriously, brothers, but now I wish I would have sooner. But you don't have to take my word for it, brothers. There are over 5,000 5-star reviews from customers around the globe. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tiege Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off of retail price, access to exclusive monthly deals, the ability to pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click the first link in the description box and you'll get 30% off your first box, plus a free gift. Don't miss out on this amazing deal. Click that link and get started today. Again, all women want a high value man. All women want, a purpose driven man. But again, a lot of women in their circles, they aren't having a conversation saying, you know what, women, like if this is what we want, this is how we must not only conduct ourselves, but this is what we must expect from these type of men. And I'm gonna tell you this, man, one of the things that women have to expect from a man like this, of this caliber, is that he's gonna be a man that has a program in place. I'm always saying, who are we? Where are we going? Once a man moves in that energy, a certain structure forms around that man. A certain program forms around that man. Which means when a woman comes into his world, she steps into a whole new atmosphere. Things must be dressed right. Things must move like a machine. Because there's an end goal. There's an end goal to achieve, man. And I'm gonna tell you this: a lot of women, and I'm talking strictly about women on the gram that the women you see on the gram saying, yeah, I want a man to buy me a Birkin, I want a man to send me to Paris, and that. Women that are just thinking, just so aloof and treat me. These women can't even maintain themselves in that type kingdom, because there has to be so much structure. These women have to be able to be mission oriented as well. That's what it means to submit to a man. I've said this on some videos ago. That's what it means to submit to a man. To say, you know what, I'm a woman and now I'm coming to this man's kingdom, and I see your program. I see who you are. I see where you're going. Me submitting to you means I'm on your program. I'm a team member of yours now. Like whatever you have in place, the way you're moving, I'm on board. I'm on board. And I'm telling you, most women are so independent minded. It's damn near impossible to submit to someone else's program. And nothing is wrong with that. For the women that move like that, nothing is wrong with that. I'm just telling y'all, sisters, that when you come into a man's kingdom and you're expecting a certain thing, you're expecting a certain kind of relationship, you have to understand there's going to be a program in place when you get there. There's going to be a program in place when you get there. And you have to make a decision like, you know what? I want to submit and be a part of this man's program where he's going, or I don't. But I can tell you this, man, the far majority you see on the gram now, with the women you see on the book and the gram and the tube, they aren't built for it. They aren't built for it. Another thing, man, is I don't think a lot of these women understand that there's going to be a lot of leadership in place. Like when you come into a man's, like, I'll say this, and we call it beta, we call it sim, we call it a million other things. But a lot of times when a woman comes into a man's life, you know, she's able to just come into his life and they can just kind of both just kind of move how they want to move. And she can talk crazy. She can be gone out to 4 a.m. She can be just doing all kind of reckless. But you got to understand, when you come in again to this purpose-driven man's life, there's going to be leadership in place. And I'm going to tell you this, on a subconscious level, on the deepest level of levels, that's what women really desire from a man. Women desire that father type figure. Really, women really desire that, man. Think about even the marriage process. You know, traditionally, man, you know, the man in a woman's life, her father, he walks her down the aisle and he passes her off to the man that's about to be her husband. That right there shows you, man, that a woman at all times is desiring that father figure in her life. But again, you women that move a certain way, you know, when you're looking for relationships, you have to understand that when you come into that man's life, there's going to be leadership taking place. He's going to be leading. He can't be a king of his castle if he's not leading. He can't properly rule his kingdom if he's not leading. What does that mean, leading? That means that every decision he makes, he has to consider your protection. He has to consider being able to provide for you until you die. You have to understand that man's mindset is coming from a completely different place. So what that means is there's going to be some times where that man is vetoing what you're saying. You're going to say, you know what, I want to do X, Y, Z. I want to go do this. I want to move like this. I want to buy this. I want to whatever. And there's going to be some times that out of love, out of your best interest, that man is going to say, you know what? No, not today. Not today. He's not being a hater. It's not that he doesn't want to see you shine. He's looking out for your best interests. He's leading you. And the thing is, most women should look at that man, should look at those things and find that security in that. I don't see how a woman could find security in a man that's just handing out free checks and you know, go do this. And I don't care what you do. There are no rules here. There's no structure here. There's no program here. Just come on into my life. Just come on into my life that I've worked hard to build. I built this kingdom brick by brick. Now just come on in and just act willy-nilly. It's not a thing. And the thing is, a lot of these women think that's how it takes place. You got to understand, if a man has built something over time, goodness and mercy, surely you know it's going to be a certain way once you get there, man. You have to understand it's going to be like that. Structure, leadership. structure, leadership. And the last one I can easily say, man, what a lot of women don't understand is when they go into a man's kingdom, that's purpose driven. You know, they have to understand there's going to be a lot of areas where there's absolutely zero tolerance. Zero tolerance. When a man has built something, when a man is in the process of building his life and his kingdom from the ground up, along the way, he's gonna be a very low tolerant man in a lot of areas. For example, women that disrespect. Women that disrespect. I'm talking about talking loud, women that don't know how to conduct themselves and represent him well in public. Brother, those are zero tolerance. Zero tolerance. If I don't know my woman is representing me in the proper way when we're not together, when she's out in public, brother, that's zero tolerance. If a woman is in your kingdom and she wants to disrespect, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I can be out sometimes. I mean, I might be at a restaurant, mall, and it's crazy how this is a common thing. It's crazy how many women openly disrespect their men now. I mean, I can hear at a table right next to me. I can hear at a bar, man. Women just talking reckless to their man, loud. I'm like, bro, what does this world come to? What does this world come to, man? That's just the type of men that roam this planet. Respect, man. Respect and representation, man. Those two areas, brother, are zero tolerance. Or zero tolerance. Again, man, everybody wants a high value man. Everybody wants a man that just moves in a certain energy. But again, a lot of women aren't ready to take on the responsibility of being in that world. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. And I'm gonna tell you, brothers, this, man. To be honest, if you're moving in a certain energy, if you're moving in the energy you're supposed to be moving, there's only going to be a small percentage of women in this population that fit your program. I'm going to say this. If I walk in a room with 100 women, only 5 of those 100 women are going to be even able to be candidates to be on my team. Only 5 of them out of 100 are going to be candidates to even consider. Your life should be so structured, man, that only a few women can even fit through the crack to even make the team, brothers. If you're sitting there entertaining and bringing in all kind of different calibers, and I'm not saying bad women that just move different. Because you got to understand today, man, once you become a certain kind of man, once you move in a certain kind of energy, it's not as much about attraction as it used to be, as it is to the common man. See, all the common man has to have is a big booty and a cute smile. You give him a big booty, a cute smile, some manicured toes, some braids, he's done. He's happy. Because he has no structure in his life. A purpose-driven man is like, either I'm going to roll solo or I need an actual helpmate. Or I need a reflection of who I am. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, and again, it's not about attraction, man. I know some women, man. I know some women, brothers, that I've talked to, that I've come in contact with, that I've, met when I'm out and about, that were fine, that were hella fine, that had the beautiful skin, their hair was tight, they smelled good, ass was on badow, everything on point, man. And I could just sit there and having a 5-10 minute conversation with this chick, or maybe we in the DMs. And I can tell, you know what? Like, man, she's a good woman. She's going to make somebody a good wife one day. But, brother, I know that as soon as she comes through the threshold of my kingdom, it's going to be trouble in paradise. Not saying she's not a good person. Not saying she's not wife type. Not saying she's not, finding and frog her split 4 ways. But every woman is not going to fit in your kingdom, man. And us as men, we have to understand that. We have to start vetting women, not at the door, but out at the front gate. We have to start vetting women out at the front gate. I'm going to tell you this, man. Again, a lot of these women just aren't built for the men they're asking for. Again, all of the sisters want high value men. All of the sisters want purpose driven men. All of the women want men that's paying all the bills. All of the women want men that's, when he comes home, he's rubbing her down. He's treating her like a princess. But every woman can't fit that bill.
Brothers, don't forget about the amazing deal at Tiege Hanley. Click that link and get started today.